welcome to lesson number 4. This will be another short tutorial like the last one, and in this one we're going to cause a collision with our mushroom and reset it. We've done collisions a number of times before, so we should be able to carry on and use that code from before, but I'm going to type it in again nonetheless. So the first thing we need to do is decide whether the bullet exists, and we know it does because we fired a bullet. So the first thing we need to do is check for a bullet. Check for the bullet on the screen. So to do that, we've basically got if, and we've used this command before, if get sprite exists, and what is it? It's the bullet. We can now start to cause our collision. So if we've got if the bullet's on the screen, so we need to do a get sprite collision. So if get sprite collision, and what are we colliding with? So it's the bullet, the first thing with the other thing. So bullet with the mushroom. And it's got to be a particular state, so it's going to be 1. So if get sprite collision bullet and mushroom equals 1, what do we want to happen? Well, we'll do mushroom y. In the past I've used mushroom y position, but we'll do mushroom y equals 0. So put it back to 0. Then we need to end if and end the main if and return, and then I need to call this go sub, which I've already done here. So within my main do loop I've called this particular go sub. So what have I said? If the bullet exists, then and there's a collision between the bullet and the mushroom y equals 0, end if. Just to show you something that could happen as well, let me move our bullet in towards us. So we'll move our mushroom in. So let's have a look. Our mushroom is set to be 750 across. I'm going to move it in 500 for effect. So let's fire a bullet and see what happens. So there's our character dropping down the screen. I'm going to fire the bullet. And as you notice, the bullet's hit him, but it carries on going after it's hit him. So that's fine. A collision's happening. The bullet's hitting our character, and it's resetting. So I'll miss. It goes off the screen. When I hit him, he goes back to 0. So we've got a collision, but we've got a bullet moving off the screen. So realistically, we need to fix that little problem as well. That's straightforward enough to fix. Basically what we're saying is our mushroom is going to 0, but what we need to do now is get rid of the bullet. So how do we get rid of the bullet? We've already done that. We've said fired equals 0 and delete sprite bullet. So if I copy that and I copy it into here, we've got fired equals 0. So basically, if there's a collision between the bullet and the mushroom, move the mushroom back to 0, set fired to 0 and delete. So now, when I run it, as soon as the bullet makes a collision, it should delete, reset the state, reload, and delete it off the screen. So let's have a look. There we are. The bullet disappears as soon as there's an impact. And therefore we've created the game so we don't have to wait for the bullet to go off the screen. As soon as he's hit the character, it ends. Something else that we probably could do as well is to make things more difficult for us, is we've set a variable up, mushroom speed equals 1. So we can now increase the speed every time we hit it. So what we can say is if there's a collision, move the mushroom to 0, but let's speed up. Let's speed up the mushroom. So how do we do that? Well, we've got the variable called mushroom speed. So mushroom speed plus 1. So mushroom speed equals mushroom speed plus 1. So now we're already on 1. So if we hit it, it'll be 1 plus 1, 2. And then next time we hit it, it'll go up to 3. Things will fall a lot faster. So let's see how we get on with that. So, and as you can see, he's moving a bit faster. And he's moving faster again. He's going to move off the screen. Yeah, I'm not the best at this game, but yeah, he's moving faster again. And as you can see, the game's getting hard. If you can imagine that if there was a lot of these dropping, the game would be a lot harder. So I'm not making a good job of it, but you can see the principle. The game's already got a lot easier, and obviously I need to start to move the mushroom back further across the screen as well. And I keep on missing. I'm going to give it one more go. There, he's dropping even faster. So that's how we make the game a lot harder with just that one simple step. We've just got one mushroom drop in. You can have a lot more drop in. In the next lesson, then perhaps I'll put a score up, and we'll put some timers in. We'll just make the game a little bit more fun. I hope you found that lesson useful. As I say, pause the video as you go along, copy in the code, and you should have a tidy game by the end of it. Again, thank you very much for listening.